the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid. Just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me. Stand by me. Ooh, stand by me. If the sky that we look upon should tumble and fall over the mountains, should crumble to the sea, I won't cry, no, I won't shed a tear, just as long as you stand by me. So darling, darling, stand by me, stand by me. Ooh, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me. Ooh, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me. Ooh, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me, stand by me. Ooh, stand by me, stand by me.
Okay, guys, have fun. Welcome. Today is a great day for the state of North Carolina. Let me say that differently. Today is a great day for the kids and their families of North Carolina. I hope you'll join me as I begin in thanking the young musicians from both the Loblollies and the Durham Nativity School for their performances. Please let's give them a round of applause. As a pediatrician working in a freestanding children's hospital in North Carolina literally has been a dream of mine for years and years. And I know it has for many, many of my colleagues. It's still sometimes hard to believe that today, after literally years and years of conversation, that this dream is coming true. Last year, the General Assembly made an historic investment in the health of our state. Many of the people here helped lead that effort, and we're thankful for that so much. I'd now like to invite my colleague, Dr. Craig Albanese, our new partner in this effort, Duke Health, to join me. As I mentioned, I'm a pediatrician. Craig is a pediatric surgeon. We each did parts of our training in a children's hospital taking care of kids, and so we realize the importance of what we're building together in so many ways. Together, yes, together, we want to introduce you to North Carolina Children's Health. the first independent pediatric health system and freestanding children's hospitals in the state. Craig?
Thank you, Wesley. I'm just overcome by joy. I really am. And it's not every day that you get to share the stage with such visionary leaders who have come together for the most noblest of causes. And certainly, looking at the stage and all of us together, you may be so surprised to see Duke, UNC, Duke, together, sharing and coming together, but it shouldn't be a surprise. These two great organizations have come together over the years around children's care in ways that I think many of you probably don't know. Our organizations have long supported each other's efforts by providing exceptional pediatric subspecialty coverage to one another, and even sharing fellowship training programs and some research programs. We also have mutual patients who benefit from the care that we provide by different specialists at each of our respective organizations. And North Carolina Children's is just simply the next step in this progression. As a former practicing pediatric surgeon, I cannot express to you how grateful I am to be in this partnership that will shape the way we continue to care for the youngest members of our communities for generations to come. We share in this mission, and the mission is taking great care of kids, whatever it takes. So, which is why we are delighted that Duke Health and UNC Health have joined forces to create North Carolina Children's.
So why are we doing this? There are several outstanding children's hospitals throughout North Carolina with really talented physicians who provide great care to kids really all across the state. But we're running out of pediatric beds, and there are not enough specialty appointments available to meet really the state's growing population and needs. North Carolina's current children's hospitals do not have the ability to build broad-based, highly specialized pediatric care. This means that sick kids often have to transfer between hospitals, or worse, and often have to leave North Carolina for treatment. This increases the burden for a family already suffering from the stress of having a child with really highly complex medical needs. We see thousands of kids like this every year in North Carolina. We're building North Carolina Children's to ensure that we can provide the best care right here in North Carolina.
So picture this, a campus, if you will, that just exudes hope, health, and healing just for kids and their families. Our plans for North Carolina Children's include a 500-bed freestanding children's hospital, a comprehensive behavioral health center, an ambulatory care center, and clinical research and teaching facilities, again, supported by the Duke and UNC Schools of Medicine. Faculty from both schools will serve as clinical staff. They will also teach medical students, pediatric residents, fellows, nursing students, and other healthcare professionals. And they'll do so in facilities built specifically for children, just like this Children's Museum. Bringing our two outstanding organizations together, a truly unique partnership, will create something that has never been done before, and we will create it right here in the Triangle, where some of the most consequential research and innovations in the United States are taking place. There is simply nothing like this in the country.
We want to thank a number of special people in the room and they're watching online today. First and foremost, the clinicians and teammates that we worked with, both of us at UNC Children's and Duke Children's. They provide great care to our children literally every day. I know that like us, You've dreamed about this for years. Our legislative leaders from both sides of the aisle. I spent a lot of time in Raleigh over the last few years, and the health of our state, especially our children, truly is a bipartisan issue. Our UNC Health and Duke Health board members, and especially Duke University President Dr. Vincent Price, UNC Chapel Hill Chancellor Lee Roberts, and UNC System President Peter Hans. Thank you. Thank you for your support and your leadership. Again, none of this would have been possible if not for the vision, the big vision of the North Carolina legislature and the people of our state. Now, Craig and I would like to welcome Dr. Mary Clarton, who's the Dean of the Duke University School of Medicine and Chief Academic Officer of Duke Health, to share a few remarks. Mary.
Thank you, Drs. Albanese and Burks, for making this happen and leading our teams to this point. Full disclosure, I'm neither a pediatrician or a pediatric surgeon, but I am a mom and a grandmom, and nothing brings me more joy than seeing this happen today. I'd like to send heartfelt regards and best wishes from our president of Duke University, Vince Price, who is unable to attend today, but he's incredibly excited about this collaboration and the promise it holds for pediatric care in North Carolina. I'm personally honored to be here today to celebrate this historic partnership between Duke University and University of North Carolina. I'm a proud multiple Dookie and have been involved with the two institutions ever since I dreamed of being a physician. And I can tell you our collaborations have been long and deep. But I would also suggest that this partnership is unique and has just extraordinary potential. Both Duke and UNC, as you know, are leading research-intensive academic medical centers where the missions of advancing knowledge is tightly aligned with improving patient care through rigorous research and also training the next generation of providers. The unique integration of those missions is what will make this children's hospital, I would say, the best in the country, if not the world. Our pediatric researchers are ranked among the very top in the nation for securing the funding necessary to really explore new avenues, and that underscores our commitment to developing and delivering new and advanced treatments to our patients, to our kids, to the broader medical community. Well, we have had a long and productive history of collaborating across the institutions, and I think some people are probably a little surprised about that. This partnership will certainly introduce a new era of working together to advance science, improve children's health, with a lot of firsts. North Carolina Children's is a monumental step forward for pediatric health care in our state and in our country. The new environment will provide an unparalleled setting for pediatric care, clinical research, and education programs where they will thrive. The hospital campus will offer state-of-the-art facilities and resources that will enable our researchers to do their very best work and our clinicians to conduct their clinical care of their patients in the top facility in the country. By combining the resources, expertise, and innovative approaches of our two organizations, we'll be able to tackle the most pressing health challenges and develop new treatments and therapies that will benefit children not only in North Carolina, but in the world. The collaboration will create a rich learning environment for our medical students, other health profession students, residents, and fellows, and we'll have the opportunity to gain hands-on experience and mentorship from leading experts in the field in an environment specifically designed for caring for children, preparing those trainees to become the next generation of pediatric healthcare leaders. I'm excited about the incredible advances and improved outcomes this partnership will bring to children and families of North Carolina. I'd like to extend my heartfelt thank you to all our partners, legislators, donors, supporters, and stakeholders who have made this vision a reality, and it has been a long time coming. Together, we're making a lasting impact and well-being of children in our community and beyond will benefit from it. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Peter Hans, President of the University of North Carolina System, who will share his thoughts on this exciting partnership. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Klotman. The UNC system is a powerhouse of higher education and healthcare, reaching every part of our state. And joining forces today with Duke, that's a heavyweight partnership for our state, for our children, for our families, and for our future. Because a century ago, North Carolina lagged this nation by nearly every measure. And today we lead the nation in ambition, and aspiration, and growth. That energy, creativity, and progress doesn't happen by accident. It takes leadership. Which is the perfect segue for me to introduce North Carolina's elected leaders. Our new Governor, Josh Stein, is a strong proponent of this investment. And Governor, we thank you. The State House, represented today by the Honorable Donnie Lambeth, himself a former hospital CEO, can testify to just how big of a deal this really is. So we appreciate you, Chairman Lambeth, the members of the House, and Speaker Hall. And finally, we will hear from Senator Phil Berger. From the very first time that Dr. Birx and I visited with Senator Berger on this grand notion, he understood the vision. And he actually told us to make it bigger and bolder. He's been our champion, and we are forever grateful to you, Senator Berger, and the members of the State Senate. So thank you for the bipartisan backing from our state's elected leadership. Governor Stein, will you please lead us off?
Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you, Peter. Good afternoon, everyone. Feels a bit inadequate. Great afternoon, everyone, because this is a momentous occasion. Today's announcement between UNC Health and Duke Health to create North Carolina's Children's will end up saving the lives of countless children for generations to come. It will also help to shape the economic future of our state. Some of you may know I grew up in Chapel Hill in the 70s and 80s, going to watch Phil Ford and Michael Jordan and Carmichael Auditorium. So this whole concept of this love fest between Duke and Carolina is a little uncomfortable for me, but I will tell you this. If one thing can bring us all together, and that's all of us together, it's the children of this state. The need is real. North Carolina is the most populous state in this nation that does not have a freestanding, independent children's hospital. There isn't one between Atlanta and Washington, D.C. It turns out that last year, Children's Flight for Hope, which is a charity that flies children across the country to get health care that they need, flew more children out of North Carolina than any other state in this country. It does not need to be that way. It should not be that way. Imagine being the parent who finds out that your child has some devastating diagnosis, and I'm sure there are parents in this room who've had that experience. You're searching for answers. You're trying to reassure your child that everything will be okay. You're missing work. Your child is missing school. Your life has been turned completely upside down, and now you're finding yourself having to fly out of state to get the health care that your child needs to survive. Today's announcement means that we can begin to rectify that problem and do even more. There are so many benefits that North Carolina Children's is going to bring to our state. We will be able to care, of course, for more children and support more families. More highly skilled doctors and other medical professionals will come and live in this place. Doctors and scientists will be able to secure substantial research dollars to develop new cures, procedures, and devices to help more children. And the hospital will be a massive engine of economic growth for the state. During construction, thousands of jobs will be created. But over the long term, once it is in operation, we will see biotech, medical device, and medical research companies grow, and service industries like hotels and restaurants emerge to serve the families. This hospital will generate billions of dollars in economic activity in North Carolina. Today's announcement would not have happened without vision and partnership. A number of people put in a lot of hard work to get to this point. I want to thank these health system leaders, Dr. Burks and Dr. Albanese. I want to thank Dr. Klopman, Dean of Duke University School of Medicine, and Peter Hans, President of the university system. I want to thank the General Assembly for jump-starting this initiative, for appropriating the funds last year to start this process of growth. And Senator Berger, thank you for your particular leadership. I also want to thank Representative Lambeth, Speaker Hall, former Speaker Moore, the entire House and Senate. And I see representatives of both parties here today. And this is, as I said, if you can bring Duke and Carolina together, you can bring Democrats and Republicans together. And that's children. North Carolina has long been a place of medical excellence and high-quality care, and today we are adding to that rich legacy. I'm thrilled to mark the beginning of this partnership and to watch the new Children's Hospital grow into a jewel of our state. Thank you, and congratulations to everyone. I will now bring forward Representative Lambeth.
Thank you. Wow, this is a great day. I got introduced by the governor. You know, it's no secret that I've been somewhat critical of the state as well as the healthcare industry for their lack of responsiveness to the problems we have with children's health, particularly around behavioral health. And I think all of you know who are here that we've seen a dramatic rise in the number of needs that our families and the adolescents and the kids need, particularly in that behavioral health space. I can tell you that under the prior leadership of Secretary Kinsley, that the General Assembly agreed to allocate over $800 million last year to kickstart a major strategic plan that will touch almost every area of the state. And that was a major initiative that we were able to initiate in this last budget plans. But this is even a bigger and better announcement. What you see here is truly unique. You know, when I was a hospital administrator, we had a unit within the hospital for adolescents, and we had floors within buildings for kids. And the doctors the pediatricians would come up to me and say, "Do you understand that children are different? Their healthcare needs are different. You can't look at them the same way you look at adults. Children are different." This is truly a remarkable step to tell the nation we recognize that children are different. And we're doing something about it. We're doing something about it in behavioral health. We're doing something about it that is truly unique across this country. I was part of the delegation that was able to go to Ohio to see a freestanding children's hospital with a focus around behavioral health. And I would tell you that you can see things and you can read things, maybe in pictures, but this was a unique experience where we actually got to see this hospital and how it operated. And we can learn from what they've done here in North Carolina to make this even better than what they're doing in Ohio. And I can tell you, it was an A+ visit. Truly a remarkable experience. So I congratulate those who had the vision, who had the forethought to bring this together. And I can imagine some of those discussions, just like we have in the House and Senate about budgets, some of those discussions probably were very interesting discussions that they had to get to this point. But we are here today, and we should congratulate them and thank them for that vision, because this is a wow day in North Carolina, and it will send shockwaves across this state as well as this country, that we're doing something about children's health that no one else has done in the nation, and we're going to make this work. Congratulations to both Duke and UNC.
So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Phil Berger. I serve in the North Carolina Senate, and I am as pleased as I can be to be part of this today. This is just one of the most remarkable things that I can think of that the state of North Carolina would do. And the fact that we've seen the folks at Duke and the folks at UNC come together to do this for the state of North Carolina, for the children of North Carolina, not just today's state, not just today's children, but tomorrow's state. And this is something that will inure to the benefit of the state and our people for decades to come. So I am pleased that we've gotten to this point. Now, there's still a lot of work to do, and these folks know it. But to get us to this point has really been an achievement. You know, North Carolina is home to incredible medical schools, incredible research hubs, yet we do not have a freestanding children's hospital. As has been mentioned, we are the largest state, population-wise, that does not have such a hospital. And we're a growing state. We just passed 11 million people, and we are poised to continue to see that growth as we go forward. But that's one of the reasons that this is such an exciting project as far as I'm concerned. The North Carolina Children's Hospital is going to have a substantial impact across the state and a positive impact on pediatric medical care, pediatric research, and has been alluded to economic development in the state of North Carolina. You know, when the idea first came to my attention, I was enthusiastic about the potential, wanted to explore options. One of my immediate thoughts was, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. And if we're going to do it, we need to make a real difference for the children of North Carolina. While this project is going to be life-changing for children and families across the state and really outside of the state of North Carolina, I want to talk a little bit about some of the other positives that this project will have. This campus, through its construction and operation, will create thousands of jobs and be among the largest economic development projects in the history of the state of North Carolina. This is a win for the economy and for our children's health and for our state's infrastructure. When you look at freestanding children's hospitals in other states, you can see the true magnitude of what we're talking about. It's more than just a hospital. It's more than just a research facility. It's more than just a place where people will have jobs. It's all of those things and more. It will say something about the state and say something about the people of North Carolina that is a huge positive across this nation and around the world. With the leadership of the Duke and UNC teams and the support of the legislature, this dream is becoming a reality. I want to challenge everybody here, because I can promise you every one of you is going to be asked for something to help make this take place. Every one of you. And every one of you. But I want to challenge you, especially our business and philanthropic leaders, to stand behind, to promote, and to advance this project to completion. The legislature has already made it a priority and will continue to do so. I'm proud of the team on the stage here today. I'm excited to see the partnership, and I'm excited to see North Carolina Children's Hospital come to fruition. I want to thank you for being here and thank you for what you're going to do over the next weeks and years. And I think I'm supposed to turn it over to Dr. Gibson and Dr. Malazzo. Yeah. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is such an exciting day. My name is Keisha Gibson. I am Vice Chair of Clinical Affairs for UNC Children's Hospital, and it's my honor to share these next remarks with my esteemed colleague, Dr. Angela Malazzo, Chief Medical Officer for Duke Integrated Care Services. As subspecialists, I'm a practicing pediatric nephrologist. Dr. Malazzo is a practicing pediatric cardiologist. We've had the privilege over many years of caring for children that have very complex chronic medical conditions. And over the years, Dr. Milazzo and I have shared several notes back and forth across our electronic medical record system as we shared several of these patients. Many of them who have, for a variety of reasons, have had their care fragmented and separated between our institutions. Up until a chance moment a month ago, we had never actually met. So sitting in a meeting, we recognized the names on each other's badges and immediately recognized the irony that we had never met, but also immediately started reflecting on some of these extraordinary young children and adolescents that we've had the privilege of taking care of over the years. Extraordinary young people like Max Steffi, who, despite having a complex medical journey, despite his family really having to work hard to navigate the challenges, the ups and downs of coordinating care across 2 separate institutions, has excelled amazingly and is now a successful college student at UNC Greensboro. Max, wave for everybody.
Thank you, Dr. Gibson. You know, when you think about the care of children, you have to realize that it's a team sport. It's the ultimate collaboration. Today, unfortunately, all too often, that collaboration occurs at a distance. When you separate care that way, when you divide people, processes, resources, and place them in different areas geographically or separate them otherwise, you diminish the power of what can be achieved. When you unify care, when you co-locate care, when you bring the elements of care together, then what you can achieve ought to be limited only by your imagination. And that's the incredibly exciting promise of this project, is that we can bring together in a tangible way the individuals who provide care so that we can make care systems seamless for patients, frictionless for patients and the families who support those patients. That's the North Star of this project. That is what we all hope to achieve. I want to introduce and bring up to the stage next someone who has a very powerful story to share with us today. Mrs. Lindsay Sigmund is here to talk about the experience that she and her family have undergone over several years managing a child with chronic illness in a fragmented way. So, Ms. Sigmund, please join us on the stage.
Thank you. Make your mess your message. A powerful phrase by ABC News' Robin Roberts resonates with me. I have turned my personal experience into a mission to help others. Not all stories have a happy ending, but they can still leave an impact on the lives of many. My story is that. In December of 2008, my husband and I welcomed a baby boy named Luke. 9 days later, Luke became cold. He was pale and he was stopped eating. We rushed him to our local ER, and that's where they sent us to Levine's in Charlotte, North Carolina. It was discovered there that Luke would need a heart surgery. Luke was diagnosed with interrupted aortic arch, VSD, and a blood test later confirmed he was partial DiGeorge syndrome. After 2 months in the cardiac ICU, it was discovered that Luke would need another heart surgery. Determined to get the best care, we did our research and headed to Boston Children's. It's hard to have a sick child. It's even harder 1,000 miles from home. We left our community and our support system. We navigated hotel stays. We bought warmer clothes. We learned the Boston train system, and we discovered that sweet tea did not exist. Several months later, we were able to come home. But by September, Luke's heart condition worsened, and we were listed for a heart transplant. This time, we moved back to Boston and got an apartment. We knew we couldn't be exposed to germs because of him having the heart transplant. I was also pregnant with our second son. Luke's first Halloween, we dressed him up as Tom Cruise from Risky Business. Imagine a white button-down, a diaper, and tall socks. That day, we also got the news he was getting a heart. Halloween became Heart-O-Ween to us. We are forever grateful for our community and our support, so we developed the Hearts and Hope Foundation. We serve families who were faced with medical problems just like my husband and I. We actually have a townhome that's located here in Durham that provides a free place for families to stay. Over time, Luke thrived. with his new heart. He was active, happy, always had a smile. He loved balls, animals, and throwing things at people. I had many juice boxes thrown on my head while driving down the road. During this time, we had Drew and Addie. Tragically, our story took a heartbreaking turn. On March of 2015, Luke passed away at just 6 years old. His life was brief, but we all lived it to the fullest. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. In 2019, we welcomed another little girl named Livy, and she shares Luke's initials. Today, in my role at UNC Children's, I help families navigate the medical system, just like me. I help them, but some days I just listen. I've lived it, and I get it. And I continue to make my mess my message. I know from experience the value of a freestanding children's hospital, where all specialties come together. Like families like us, where we had to travel, that will be no more. With Duke and UNC coming together, it will be a game changer. Thank you.
Lindsay, thank you for sharing Luke's story. Well, the table has been set. I'm up here for one reason and one reason alone. My name is Richard Moore, and I've spent the last 20-some years evaluating financial investments, 8 years as the state treasurer, and for the past 12 years, I've been the CEO and the chairman of the board of one of the largest banks in the Southeast that is very proud to call North Carolina home. And next week we'll be 90 years old, and we've seen a lot of good happen over those 90 years. There's one thing left to do here today, and that's to start the asking. Just as Senator Berger has already said, and Senator, we wouldn't be here today without you. I don't have to be polite and thank everybody on both sides, all those things. I'm out of that business. But we really wouldn't be here without you today. But we've done the diagnosis. We have outlined the problem. We have pulled together a solution. The seed capital has already been given. The outstanding personnel has been lined up. The only thing left to do is raise the rest of the money, y'all. And you're going to be asked. And I dare you to say no. It's just going to be how much. We've got lots of ideas on how we're going to ask some people for a lot of money, some people for whatever they're able to give. Won't it be wonderful doing March Madness, maybe not this year, but next year, to turn on that commercial and see two of the greatest retired basketball coaches of all time win one of the greatest rivalries of all time, sitting on the couch doing something together. I don't know that that's going to happen, but I dare them to tell us no. We're going to raise this money. Stay tuned, because I or a part of this team will be in touch. We'll be begging, and you better not say no. Thank you. Yep. Wesley, I'm supposed to turn it back over to you and Craig.
Thank you. Thank you, Richard, and I promise I won't say no. So thank you for being here today, especially those on stage that shared their stories. Craig and I and our whole team, we're excited to work together to create North Carolina Children's. This is way more than Duke and UNC or UNC and Duke. We all have an incredible opportunity as we create the first hospital in North Carolina just for children. This is a big splash that will ripple out literally for years and years and impact the people in our state and region in ways that I know we can't even imagine yet. In the last year, and we and our teams and others have worked on this partnership, I've seen people literally from all across the state, from the mountains to the coast, from both sides of the political aisle, and from both shades of blue. I've often thought about this quote: "It is amazing what you can accomplish if you do not care who gets the credit. We truly are doing this to help the children and families of our state have better health care.
Powerful words. Thank you. We'd like to leave you with one thought in closing. And when I say we, this is on behalf of all the pediatric practitioners of all sorts who devote their lives to children and families. We, everyone on this stage, we, Wesley and me, we have a North Star that guides this work. We are doing this because children's hospitals not only impact lives, but truly impact lifetimes. This is a momentous occasion for UNC Health, for Duke Health, but make no mistake, most importantly, for our children, their families, and the future generations of North Carolinians. Thank you all for joining us here today.
Please enjoy the reception